Oh, hey everybody. Me and Yogi just working hard, trying to find out all the new comics coming up so we can show you every week. I'm Tony Varela, you're watching Comic TV, and it's October 10th, Comic Wednesday. Every week I try to show you the new variants coming out. I try to get the best and the most that I can. And if you stay tuned until the end of the video, you'll get to see Yogi's pick of the week. All right. So before I go into this week's comics, I want to recap a couple that I mentioned last week that are really spiking in value. This Deadpool Garbage Pail Kids has been going for around 20 bucks on eBay. And this Gabriel Matina, that Deathstroke, is about 15, 20 bucks on eBay. And the same for this Boba Fett Dr. Aphra variant. So a lot of nice variants. They said this is going to be an easy comic week or a light week, but not to my knowledge. Almost 100 bucks in comics this week. So got Avengers #9. This is the Loki variant. This is the John Ju Kim cover. The Justin sponsor is the artist, and Aaron and Marquez are the writer. I've already read this book. Really nice artwork in that. McGinnis had been doing the art. I don't know if this is a temporary change or a permanent one, but I really like it. It kind of reminds me of Deodato Jr. or maybe Assad Ribic. This Domino 7, this is another title that's been really surprisingly enjoyable. The Greg Land covers are great, but inside the art is David Baldione. Really nice art, and Gail Simone has found just the right tone for the story. So I definitely recommend that title. It's surprisingly good. Try to pick up these second print variants. They got a low print run on them in this Cosmic Ghost Rider. Really hot book right now. Danny Cates is doing the cover and, the writing, and Burnett is doing the art and the cover on this one. Not a huge fan of the art, but it lends well to the craziness of Danny Cates' writing. Danny Cates is also doing Venom, the #7 out this week. I'll show you one of those too, but man, really good stuff. His books are super exciting. Always big happenings going on in there. And this is Immortal Hulk #7. Since the reboot, there's been a lot of titles that I really haven't loved that much. Hulk being one of those. Avengers has been kind of uneven as well. Spider-Man especially has been frustrating. But this one, back to the basics a little bit. Joe Bennett is doing the art, and he does a great job. So if he sticks with this title, so will I. Al Ewing's doing the writing, and this is a sweet Alex Ross cover. And a lot of big stuff happened in this issue this week, so I'll definitely be tuning in next week. A big giant battle with the Avengers and some dramatic changes in the Hulk, so I would definitely check that one out. And I read this one as well, Spider-Geddon #1. This is the Lee In-hyuk cover. The art is Jorge Molina, and it's a dope book. Christopher Gage is doing the writing, and I was a little wore out on the Spider-Geddon stuff, so it was going to take a lot to really pull me back in, and boy, they did a great job on that one. You're really going to enjoy that. And I try to avoid the connecting covers, usually because I don't want to be strapped in to get that same artist to get the whole set, and I'm OCD like that. I got to have it. But there's an awesome Spider-Man Noir variant I recommend you get. Also a Miles Morales variant too that is super good. Speaking of Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man #7 this week. Humberto Ramos is still doing the art inside, and he can make up for the poor writing of Nick Spencer. Although this wasn't as annoying as last month's where they did the trivia contest in the villain bar. I mean, come on, man. But a lot of some developments in this story, so I hope Ramos sticks with this, and he's really floating the boat on that title right now. This is the Venom I spoke of, and there's a little something you might notice about this cover. There's a tongue that's sticking out on this cover, so this is the secret variant cover. So you might have been lucky enough to find this before your comic shop did, and before they marked it up. Mine is, I paid 20 bucks for it, and I don't mind giving my local comic shop a little extra money because they're what keep me in business here. Ryan Stegman's doing the art, and man, this guy, he's like J. Scott Campbell on steroids, man. I love his art, and for this Venom, he's perfectly married to this story. Donny Cates, as I mentioned before, is doing the writing on this story, and man, it is crazy. So if you're not getting Venom, you might as well quit collecting comic books, bro, because you don't know what to do. That's why you need to watch this show every week, so I can let you know what's awesome. And if you're not enjoying that Venom, let me know in the comments why, because something might be wrong with you, bro. Susan Joe did the Battle Alliance variant of this Venom number 7, and I'm trying to get as many of these as possible because they're almost all of them are super good. I showed you a Ghost Rider one last week, as well as a Doctor Strange, and this is the Infinity Wars number 4. Deodato Jr. is doing the cover and the interiors of this, and Dugan is doing the writing. So I recommend you pick these up. A lot of characters getting smashed together. There's no telling what's going to be a lasting character or something that may catch fire in the future. So if you want to get first appearances and really get some nice value on your comics in the future, that's a good one to prognosticate some increase in value. As is this one. This is the part of the new line of the What Ifs. This is if Peter Parker became the Punisher. Juan Ramirez is doing the art and Carl Potts is doing the writing. And the cover here is Chris Stevens and Rachel Rosenberg. This is after the Punisher Zet cover. And I may have shown you before, but I got my tattoo based on that Punisher number 1 as well, so I'm really partial to that issue. But in addition to that one, I got this action figure variant as well. So really nice one on that one. And John Tyler Christopher is doing the art on that cover, and he does a lot of Comic Cons, easy to get signs from, and a super nice guy. Another title I've really been enjoying, and I recommend you pick this up at X23. This is Juan Cabal and Marco Fiorito is doing the art on this, and Mariko Tamaki is doing the writing. But love this title. Love the tone of X23 and the Honey Badger Man. She is super funny. So really good title. Fun title, but dark at the same time. Speaking of dark, I got Detective Comics 990. This is a Simone Bianchi cover. Segovia is doing the art, and Robinson's doing the writing inside. There's a foil variant of this cover, but as I told you before, I ordered the whole set of the foil variants, so I'll be doing a special show on that where I'll unveil all of them at the same time. And there may be some that are so good I just got to get to. Catwoman number 4. This was the Art Germ cover, and man, one of his best. Look at that sexy Catwoman cover. In the interior, Joelle Jones, she's doing the art and the story, so pretty awesome. You don't see that very often where you get a quality artist on and a quality writer in the same person. Been a really enjoyable title, so I recommend you pick that up. DC's been winning me over with a lot of their titles, and also with these sweet, almost virgin covers. This one here is the it's the Red Hood and the Outlaws number 27. This is the Yasmin Putri cover. Already going for about 15 bucks on eBay. I'm glad that I picked up 2 of them. Pete Woods is doing the art inside, and the writing is Scott Lobdell. And looked through the book. I don't know if that's going to be a title that grabs me, but if they keep putting out dope covers like that, I'll be getting them regardless of what's inside. Superman 4, this has been a really great title. Rice is doing the art, and Bendis, of course, is doing the writing on this one and Action Comics. This is the Adam Hughes cover. There's also a really nice foil cover with Rogol Czar on it. Definitely recommend you get that foil cover. Also, the Wonder Woman cover is excellent as well. Speaking of Wonder Woman, I didn't get the foil cover. As I mentioned, I've got more on the way, but there's also a Jenny Frison cover that is super good. She's been doing I don't know if it's the A or B cover, but one of each on the Wonder Womans for quite a while, and they've all been super good. But this one is hot. It's already sold out on Midtown, so if you can pick that up for less than 13 bucks, I recommend you grab it because it's getting hot. As is this one, already 15 bucks on eBay. So if you're watching my videos, you know Francisco Matina is super hot. So I recommend you pick up any of his books. I showed you at the beginning of the show here the Deathstroke variant that he did. That's already 15 bucks. Briones is doing the art inside, and it looks really good. I'm not a fan of Suicide Squad at all, but the cover art's been so great, I've been picking them up regardless. Williams is doing the art, the writing inside, and so I think might have something there. I hope the artist change in there is on a permanent basis or semi-permanent, because it might make me a fan again. Last week, my pick of the week was a dead rabbit, or Yogi's pick of the week was a dead rabbit, and so I had a good buddy of mine pick me up this dead rabbit 1 in 10 variant. So anytime there's a new character introduced that you think is going to get super hot, I recommend that you pick that up and get those number 1s and get the rarest variant comic or version of that issue as possible. It really sets yourself up for a nice increase in value, and if there's a time to buy those 1 in 150, 1 in 50 or 1 in 100 variants, it's whenever there's a special introduction to a character. Come on, buddy.
Yogi's Pick of the Week.
Come here, big baby. Yogi's on strike this week. So I mentioned how hot Francisco Matina is, and I recommend you pick up any of his covers, but Yogi really liked this super sexy Suicide Squad cover with Harley. Notice the little Joker doll there at the bottom, but we both liked it, and I wish I had picked up 3, but if I hadn't subbed to one this week, I wouldn't have got one. So recommend you sub with your local comic shop. It saves you money in the short term. Most give you a percentage off. And also my comic shop, big shout out to Dark Side Comics in Sarasota. They give you a discount for subscribing. They also bag and board your comics. They also, if you get your stamp card filled, they give you 10% off. So nothing to sneeze at. But got a mail call earlier today. I'm hoping it's something from Francisco Matina. I'm pretty sure it is. But I'll try to have something frequently for us to look at and open up. Oh yeah. So since Francisco Matina's gotten so hot, I've been trying to pick up some of his rare or less known about issues. I showed you a Batman Europa 1 in 25 variant that I expect will go up in value. So I also picked this Wolverine Mr. X. So really nice cover on that, half Wolverine, half Mr. X. And so there's still a lot of Matina stuff that you can get on eBay at a really reasonable price, so I recommend you check that out. I also recommend you like and subscribe and tell your friends about Comic TV. Check me out on YouTube, and I'll see you next week.